Next time on the review of Yume Miru Kusuri, Kyoka continues to bully Ayeka, but will Kohei simply stand back and watch? Kohei finds a strange girl calling herself Katsith Nikoko in the garbage outside of his workplace. Just who is she? Why is Student Council President Kitamiya asking for Kohei's help personally? And will I ever be able to say Yume Miru Kusuri without sounding retarded? Find out the answers to these questions and much more on the next exciting episode of the review of Yume Miru Kusuri.
手にしたカプセル透明なノイズその他大勢の反乱流れるスレード横目でペリード止まった時計は捨てよう向こうの景色はさりげない色合い何気今日誰と笑ってみて今いる世界にさよならしようか出口はあちらとあるうさぎの目今いる世界にさよならしようか踏み出す足先色づきにしてゆく
Yume Miru Kusuri is a visual novel title for the PC developed by Ruff. It received an English translation under Peach Princess, and has since gathered quite a fan base in the small but vocal English Bishoujo game community. Yume Miru Kusuri, which roughly translates to A Drug That Makes You Dream, is a student drama at its core. There are 3 heroines, and each of their routes are themed around a problem a Japanese youth might come across. You take the perspective of Kohei Kagami for the duration of the game, a Japanese high school student who is a respected honor student amongst his peers, but who finds his own life to be dull and transparent. The first of the 3 heroines is Ayeka Shiraki. The theme of her route is bullying. Ayeka is the target of a heavy-handed girl in class named Kyoka Nanjo. Kyoka's boyfriend takes a liking to Ayeka, and despite the fact that the interest is not mutual, the jealousy has driven Kyoka to ostracize her from the class as an outcast. Kohei, like those around him, wishes to protect himself from being outcast as well, but his conscience screams for him to do something. Can he stand against the fear and the social pressure to come to Ayeka's aid? And if so, at what cost? The second heroine is Mizuki Kitamiya. The theme of her route is interpersonal relationships. Mizuki is the president of the student council, so one would naturally expect her to bear a burden of much expectation and responsibility on a daily basis. However, in truth, she's known in her own circle to be a slacker who forces her work onto others. Though it would be easy to assume that she's simply lazy, that doesn't seem to be the case. Kohei finds himself drawn into helping her with the student council work, and over time finds himself wondering about her uneven behavior. Just why does she act so impulsively? The third and final heroine is a girl who calls herself Katsith Nikoko, or just Nikoko for short. The theme of her route is drugs. Nikoko meets Kohei while scavenging for food. Kohei is intrigued by the strange girl who claims that she's a fairy despite her bizarre looks and behavior, because unlike him, it seems that she is living her life freely. Over time, the two become acquainted, and Kohei begins to wonder just who Nikoko really is. Is she really a fairy? If so, can he really go with her to the fairy home that she seeks? Will being with her help him to bring color to his own colorless life? The content of the routes in Yume Miru Kusuri are all quite separate. They're all interesting as well, and it's even translated quite well to boot. The art is vibrant and colorful, and there's quite a few special CGs to keep your interest up. The music is also very good at setting the tone of the game, though it doesn't really stand out either. The characters are very interesting in Yume Miru Kusuri. Even amongst the minor characters, most everyone has a quickly distinguishable nature that gives them the illusion of depth. The story goes hand in hand with those characters, fitting these interesting personalities into situations to test both their motivations and character. The game doesn't pull any punches with the themes that it tackles, which, if I had to pinpoint the greatest strength of the game, that would be it. Yume Miru Kusuri is rated AO for adults only, and this actually aids the game as it dives into some pretty bleak areas of human thought at times. The game also does have a number of sex scenes in it as well, which fans of such naughty material will be glad to know that there's a pretty steady number of such scenes. Yume Miru Kusuri will please both the story-driven and the ecchi-driven visual novel aficionado. With all that said, I feel like I have to admit that I have less of an attachment to Yume Miru Kusuri than many seem to. I fully recognize that it's a great game, but there's just some intangible about it that didn't seem to hit me like it did many others. However, even having said that, it's still doubtlessly among the best titles available in English. So, for any English-speaking visual novel fan, Yume Miru Kusuri is one title that shouldn't be missed.